Rimuru talks. I, not racist. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people have the misconception of. A lot of people think that I only try to get at girls that are outside my race, that are Latina and, Asian, white. And they never thought that, oh, you wouldn't dare have the guts to go up to a black girl. Now, let me tell you this one thing. I can have a great conversation with a black girl if she's actually black, instead of a hair extension pretending to be white. The black girl has been jaded in society to a point where they don't exist anymore. Real black women aren't allowed in public anymore. Because the real black men are thirsty. The real black men are trying to rape them. I know too much about it because I have actually been in the struggle on the streets, and the black girls still play white girl games. I'm like, nah, you have to recognize that you're black. You are at the same social disadvantage as me. The only difference is you have a vagina. Ha ha ha. You don't like how I say vagina, huh? You want me to say pussy. You want me to say good pussy, huh? I know how I sound black. I know how I act black, but that's ignorant, and that gets you in trouble, and that gets you targeted. That is the difference between a black man who knows he's doing something wrong, where a cop pulls him over, versus another black man who knows he's doing nothing wrong, and the cop still pulls him over, and it doesn't matter because he kept his calm. That is what gives black people a bad rep. When you're trying to prove a point, you're acting white. You need to stay out the way. Black women know this especially. You have to remain within your own section. You have to understand that you are at a social disadvantage. So you asking for hypergamy is full of shit. And literally, there are so many times where I have corrected black girls who act white, but every black girl that actually act real black told me that the black girls that were trying to get at me were full of shit doing street code. I'll give you this one example. There was this guy at the bar that had the same eyes as me, that was younger, that was rocking a Jordan jacket with camouflage, with $100 pair of Jordans on, telling me to step my game up at the bar. And there was this little kid. So here's the thing. So they're smoking backwoods and shit, and I get a Swisher for free. And literally, I tried to trade the Swisher for a doobie, and literally, the first time the black kid tries to act hard, like, if it ain't backwood, then this and that. And so I'm like, okay. And so I give him the Swisher, and he takes the Swisher, and I ask for a doobie. He's like, I lied. And I'm like, okay. I got it for free, bro. I give him a thumbs up for the tits, dude. And literally, so they keep on smoking. And so there was this little Asian guy that looked like somebody who I just had a conversation with. And literally, so I asked him, do you know Clyde? And that happened to be Clyde's relative because they had the same head. I'm like, you can't say that I am not street smart. I put two and two together. You guys are flexing in a public space, knowing that it's hot, trying to conquer territory when you're just little kids. You're trying to act black when you're not. Real black people know to stay out of trouble and know that we're already targeted by default, and you're making the spot hot. Get the fuck out. So literally, I come out with a badass haircut, literally, with pieces of my hair all quadrupulated, and literally, I look in the mirror and I think I look like the Rugrats. And then literally, I don't care anymore. I've already lost my virginity. I don't have to act gangster anymore. I don't have to be under peer pressure. I'm not in high school anymore. And they're expecting me to act stereotypical black. They're expecting me to adapt to hip hop. I'm not under pressure to be a gangster anymore. So I have no reason to flex. That's why I gave him the thumbs up for the tits, dude. And literally, and so I call him out. I'm like, dude, you don't run shit. Why the fuck are you flexing on Bart? And he's all like, ha ha ha, you don't want to fuck with us, Patches. Because there were holes in my hairline. Well, I already accepted going out with a rack-ass haircut. Why the fuck would I step my game up to random people? And literally, so I debate if I should roast him or not. This guy literally thinks I'm a tweaker. He literally thinks I'm a crackhead because there are patches in my head because I gave myself a fucked up haircut. Why would I need to prove myself to people when I already fucked? And so I show him why it's better to be a nice person than to be a try-hard gangster. And so literally, here's what happens. So literally, he tries flexing with me saying that I look like Patches, saying that you don't want none of this. And I literally do his hood nigga style better than him. And I try to tell him why being a hood nigga is dumb. Because of this. So I'm all like, okay, you want to do something about it? And so literally, I come up to him and I start flexing back like, oh, you want to go? And he's all like, oh, you don't want to fuck with us. We got correct Berettas, we got gats, we got this and that. You don't want to fuck with us. I'm like, okay, are you going to do it? Are you actually going to live up to your actions? And he's like, bro, you don't want to fuck with us. I'm like, do you want to go? Do you want to go? And he's all like, literally, I debate if I should roast him because he's a little kid and he's thinking he's hard. And I'm over here just trying to survive. I'm just happy I'm alive, dude. And literally, they don't understand that these people are spoiled. I've been in a situation where I had to beg for food. Why would I care about what other people think about me when I had to struggle to survive? That's a real black man versus a fake black man. And so I tell him the real reason why you're fucking doing this all together. And I tell him this. I'm all like, man, do you want to do something about it or not? He's like, bruh, you don't want to get yourself in a situation that you're not going to get out of. And I literally look at him, I'm like, I could have got myself out of that situation right now. So I duck under the rail, letting him know to turn left. I'm like, I operate on the other side of the field. Do you want me to damage these women when you're the one trying to make a scene? And he stayed fucking silent. Literally. If I really told you the full fucking story, the girl already told him that he looked special trying to flex on a crackhead. But he still went on anyway. He had no social skills, no shit like that. If you really were street smart, you would even try to outsmart a crackhead. You would pick on somebody your own size, buddy. That is the reality of the situation. He thought he was picking on a little kid when I'm a grown-ass man. That's why I don't care, because I'm a grown-ass man. I've already proven it to myself. I don't need to prove it to you. And so I showed him why it's better to be a good person. So literally, after I said, do you want me to damage these women? I can act black Christ is better than you, but I know that gets me targeted. And he's all like, man, shut the fuck up. You look like a crackhead. You be creaking and shit. I'm like, well, that's because I work out. I'm not a lazy sloth like you. You see how that sounded completely corny, but it was way better than anything he ever said? He called me Patches where I called him Sloth. That weed makes you lazy. I made sure he was high when I called him Sloth. I'm like, this is all you're doing this shit for. You're doing it for the girl. If you really want a girl, you'll work out and get better results, and you'll see why it's stupid. You're scared of reality. Why the fuck would I be scared of you? It's better to be a good person than be a try-hard gangster. I don't have to prove myself anymore to people on the streets because they stay on the streets. The fake gangster that you want me to be is white. Is manipulated by white people. It's not funny. We come from the same struggle, yet black girls want to play white girl games. If you go back to your Bay review, I had a talk with a real black woman that literally went to parties, that lived that black lifestyle, and guess what? She told me to stay out the way because she always got raped. That whole myth that black people have to stay together is a myth for that very reason. People that know about black people literally know why black on black crime exists. They take advantage of the fact that you're black, thinking that you're not going to pull some shady shit, and they pull some shady shit, and then it's all over. I've been betrayed by family members who are black. It doesn't fucking matter. When you think like a stereotypical nigga, you don't care about anyone, including your damn self. Yeah, I can act black if I want to, but why does that mean I like male genitals? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You want me to act black? Go buy me a 20-piece of chicken. Give me something in return. That's a real street smart. When you're getting something out of it, when you're not throwing your head up with fantasies. Oh, I have tons of approval from my friends who like me for the outside, but nothing on the inside. Oh my god. I act hard because in real life I'm still a fucking virgin, but it's okay. This weed solves my personal problems. This style solves my personal problems. I may have tons of friends, but I know they're only there to waste time. They're not accomplishing goals. They're not surpassing their limits. They're not achieving anything. They're staying in a loop. You have to understand that it's okay to have a soul. I know the difference between having a soul and being white. That's why I love to dance. That's why I love to make music. That's why I love to do this and that. But do I like doing that shit when it's at my expense? Fuck no. You guys get fucked up. You let the media influence you. They want us to be stereotypical, so we will be scared. So we will have something wrong. when they try to pull us over. They're targeting us, and you're making it more of a hot spot. You're making yourself a target by acting stereotypical black, buddy. It's real better to respect your neighbor. Respect your fellow neighbor. You know what a real black person does? A real black person passes it on. A real black person will give another homeless person some money. Because I used to be homeless. I care for the other person. Real black people are caring. Real black people understand the struggle that we're all in. And they don't waste their time and give you this long speech like, oh, mommy and daddy aren't going to do this and that. Like, nigga, step your game like, no, God is good. That is what real black people do. Real black people talk to the God that's inside your head. Literally, there was this one time where I was at the dollar store when I was begging for food. And there was this one black lady. I'm like, can you please get me some food? I don't want to panhandle for money. I'm literally starving. I literally just want some food. And she bought me a $3 bag of chicken. And she's like, God is good, isn't he? That's a real black person versus a fake black person. But she didn't stay for the cameo. She didn't stay for this and that. And another example of a good black person is one that literally thinks that, do you think we have human limitations? Literally, she was on her way to work and she literally offered to pay for my stuff in line. I'm like, what is 1 second gonna do? 1 second is filled with momentum. So what happened is she paid for my stuff in line just so she can get ahead. And she actually showed up to work on time because you know why? I went through that struggle. I went through that. When you stop me from my motion, I end up late. But when I have a straight line when nothing's in my way, I literally make it on time for work. That is a real black person. A real black person is considerate of the other black person who will give them a hint. Because they know that they have to be a little bit street smart, but they can't be so street smart to the point where they end up on the streets. Please understand, I'm not in high school anymore. We need to get over this love and hip hop shit. We need to get over, oh, I can beat your ass in a fight. Oh, I can pull this goal because if you're flexing, it's not true. If it truly happened, you would keep quiet because you get shot when you get real pussy. So this is the topic. I'm not racist.